Hey everybody, today's words to live by are: if a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music he hears, however measured or far away. And that is from Henry David Thoreau, basically telling us that your rhythm is your truth, follow it. Individuality is not failure, it's courage. So Thoreau encourages us to embrace our unique rhythm, even if it sets us apart. So following your different drummer is not defiance, but authenticity. So if there's one mantra I've tried to follow from an early age, it's probably this one. Thoreau's writings really sort of hit me at my core from a very young age. And so I used to think before I became exposed to Thoreau that mindless or unconscious conformity was more comfortable because there would be less resistance. But what I realized, thankfully, again at a pretty young age, is that critical thinking might take more effort, but in the long run, it was more comfortable. And the people around you who embrace the authentic you, regardless of the drumbeat you follow, are your people. Your authenticity uncovers people who are your people, basically. It doesn't exclude anyone per se, but it naturally brings you closer to people who appreciate that you march to your own drummer. An early example from my life was when I ran for student council in high school, and eventually I was elected senior class president ultimately, but it was an all boys Catholic high school, and when I started, there was a strict dress code, which included ties and jackets. This was decades ago, so I have no idea what the dress code is like today, to be honest with you. But back then, I didn't like the jacket part of the deal. I run warm, and I've always run pretty warm, and so one day I just decided not to wear the jacket. And so, of course, I got detention, which at this school was called JUG, Justice Under God. And so, even though I was a really good student, I was like, okay, fine, I'll serve JUG. I'll do it again and again, actually, because it was just so uncomfortable for me and I didn't like wearing the jacket, this thing. So I could tell after a time or two, my mom was like, Mike, you've got to fall in line. It's a rule. And I'm like, no, I'd learn better without my jacket because it's so hot. And eventually, the rule changed. So, no more jackets. Like I said, I don't know if that still stands to this day, but at the time it did. And I think a lot of people were relieved. And I do think people learned better. The students there learned better without the jacket. So, anyway, it was just an early example from my life to sort of I was listening to a different drum beat than most people, I think, and I didn't want to sort of conform in that way, and it wasn't anything rebellious, and I wasn't, doing anything crazy or anything like that. It was just like, I'm hot wearing this thing. Like I want to take it off. Like I would do better, if I wasn't sweating. So anyway, I think the takeaway from this, and Thoreau had a profound impact on my life, and I enjoy going back to read a lot of his stuff. But I think the takeaway is just because your rhythm is different doesn't mean you're offbeat. So if you enjoyed this reflection and this little trip down memory lane for me, please like and or subscribe, and I will see you all again very soon.